All right, finance.
Couldn't hurt.
Dr. Jones,
Here.
Counselor Gwaltney,
Here.
Counselor Allamon, see ya, Counselor Smith,
Here.
and Counselor Harden.
Here.
So you got one absent, but you still got a quorum.
Great, thank you. So we're all here except for one.
And I will make a motion to approve the minutes and as presented and dispense with the reading.
Second.
Okay, moved by Counselor Smith, seconded by Counselor Harden to dispense with the reading of the minutes and approve them as distributed. Any other questions, comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed by the same sign. Passes 4-0. And then before we get into old business, I just wanted to introduce Chloe Smith, who's here from Art Gallery of Alabama, and she's here to observe and see government in action.
So thrilling.
She asked, should she come to a long
Chloe
council
Smith
meeting
with
with public hearings,
Art
or
Gallery,
should she
Alabama.
come to?
She's here for school.
Yeah,
Art gallery,
Art Gallery.
heart,
As in the
Gallery
yes.
of Alabama. And she was either going to come to a long council meeting or the committee meetings tonight, so I recommended she come to the committee meetings tonight. So she would not be here, for 3 or 4 hours.
Only 2 meetings.
So welcome.
Yeah,
Chloe.
this may be the
Thank
shortest
you.
one.
I told her she
Okay.
picked the right
Yeah.
night
Yeah.
to check this
Yeah,
box.
so this is a perfect night, that's right. Okay, starting at old business, we have 250417, request for consideration of 18th Street revitalization project. As you can tell, we're nearing the end here.
Yeah, so they're gonna wait on the asphalt to cure before they put in the thermoplastic striping, the permanent striping, and that's gonna happen on May 14th. And then on Valley, so if you're driving eastbound on Valley and there's the right turn lane, all that infrastructure's already been put in, right, asphalt and all that. So we're waiting on yield signs because what the condition is there is that it's a through right. So you're not gonna stop at that first light, where the new light is.
Right.
You're gonna be able to continue through, but they wanna make sure that
People don't stop.
that people yield right before they turn on to 18th Street. So they're gonna put out the striping and the signs, and they're waiting on all that to happen before they.
Will it be
close
clear to people when they're in that turn lane that they don't have to stop at that first light?
It should be.
Because the other day I was up there and clearly some people were confused, but I think it also had to do with the fact that they were out there working at
Right.
the time too.
And the barrels were out there.
Yeah, the barrels were there,
Right.
yeah.
And so right now, what Scott Cochran with Skipper Consulting is gonna do is go out there in the next day or so and make sure that the light that they have installed is the light that he wants to use. So right now, it's a green ball on the right lane, and they're going back and forth between a green ball and a straight arrow.
Okay,
They don't know what they wanna do yet.
okay.
Okay. Any other updates?
Yeah, another one. So we had talked in the past, I think in here, maybe individually, but about Birmingham replacing the 4 existing signal poles that are in Birmingham. And we
Right.
thought that they were gonna use our contractor to do that, and we would just get reimbursed from Birmingham. Anyway, they got a price back on those 4 poles, and it was $330,000, which was about double what they thought it would be. So we're not gonna do that right now. So Birmingham has said that next year they'll budget for it and they'll do the work themselves.
And these are right at, where are those at?
At Valley and.
and their budget year, they're one of the few cities, they're
They do
7/1 through
July.
6/30.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Why?
Okay.
I mean, just because of the same old reason that everything's more expensive right now?
That, and also because Stone didn't really want to do it, they were afraid what they were gonna find when they started
Oh,
drilling.
So yes.
So I know we paved the east side of 18th in front of the hotel with the first phase of the project. Are they gonna, I forget the process, but whatever we use whenever we patch our roads, are they gonna do that same process on the 2 seams, or on the seam between the new asphalt and the paved from 2020 asphalt?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that this final seal coat?
Yeah, they should do that when they do the stripe.
Okay. I just wanna make sure that,
We don't have
wasn't
to come
egress
back
for
to
water
it.
there?
There's,
Right.
A lot of our
we've got an
roads
issue
degrade quickly.
on the old side, right there, and we're trying to get waterworks. They say that's just an old line, that it's not work, but there's something, if you know where that little dip is, where you turn in to the hotel. So we're gonna, I think when we get our camera, this new camera, we're gonna go back in and camera there, paved it, it was fine, and about 6 months after, it got a dip.
It's not, so we TV'd the storm about a year ago, yeah, when they first started.
Yeah.
To try to figure out if it was storm, and it's not.
Yeah, there's an old water line
Yeah.
that runs, and they swear up down they had it tapped off. But when we dug it up before we paved it that time, there was still water coming out of it. And I'm like, nah, it's just residual coming from it, but it's not.
Right.
Cause I mean, it's still, I guarantee you, if we cut it and dug it right now,
Be water.
it'd be water, it'd be just mush in there. So we're gonna have to try to get with them. So Chris and I met with, what's his name, so they've got it on their radar, and what that means, I don't know yet, so. But we're gonna try to get them to come in with us and dig it back up. Cause I think that line actually ran all the way up underneath the hotel, all the way to almost to 31.
Really?
Wow.
So,
Okay.
but anyway, I just wanted to update you on that, cause it's, I mean, it looks.
It's gonna
real
create a
nice, but
sinkhole, is
it's
what it's
right
gonna
there.
do.
Sure, right in front of the hotel. Cool.
All right, any other questions? Hearing none, we'll carry that over, and very soon we'll drop this item once everything gets completed. But without objection, we'll carry that over. Okay, 050423. Request to set bid date for City Hall parking deck repair restoration project. We have, let's see, and just to recap on this, Ms. Smith, you had reported out to council that we had recommended amending the general fund and set the bid date. But then, upon further review, the work was in the original contract. So we do not need a budget amendment at this point, but you sent it back to committee, and we're still working on it. So we had a meeting last Friday, still working on
Yeah,
it.
White and I met with Tony Wright on Friday, he's working on bid specs, as soon as he gets them complete, so we can, and just have a publication date, we can set the bid Thursday.
Yeah,
So you just carried over, but we can.
Okay. So, okay, so the specs aren't ready, but when they are, we'll set the bid date. So, are there any questions on that?
Is there some of this water damage on the concrete?
Water damage, water penetration.
Yeah, it's not damage.
No, yeah, it's just,
That's what we're trying to do, is keep it from being.
Yeah, this is maintenance.
It's just, yeah, it's primarily maintenance. It's like
Preventative.
caulking around the building and inlets where pipes come through the deck, things like that.
Okay.
Also, the driveways in the deck, there's some medians got to be repaired.
Is any of that paid for by our other funds?
The underground deck portion is 1/3, 2/3. 1/3 done, 2/3 done. I'm not sure that's what that is, but it's in the contract.
Just checking.
all right. So we'll carry this over without objection until our next meeting, and we'll move to set the bid date. So we'll carry that over.
So we're not even gonna recommend a bid date right now, we're just calling it
No.
carried over,
Because
okay?
we can't until we have the bid
I
status.
don't know what that, yeah.
Okay, moving on to new business, 110423, request for consideration to amend FY 22-23 budget. And you have a report for us on this?
Yes, sir, and I'm sorry that Robert is out today. So I'm having to kind of pitch it. But Berkeley helped me too. I think we need 7,000 to be sure. We had put the money in for the budget for a vehicle in city clerk's office, but they don't have any Ford Explorers that they can get in. So we're having to get something a little bit different, and it's more than what I had 30,000 budgeted. So we're asking for 7,000 from carryover fund balance. And Mr. Kendry, I can do that amendment for you,
Bless you.
but it's gonna go to capital vehicles. But at the same time, the Explorer that we're driving right now, the black one, is having some problems, and so I've exhausted all of my vehicle maintenance money. And y'all did approve one budget amendment that we piggybacked off of Berkeley's the other day, but it's had to go back to the shop for an internal problem in the engine, so I'm gonna need probably another 1,000 to get me through, because it's got some age on it. We've already just put a water pump, a fuel pump, and now they've had to do something in the engine. So I need $1,000 if I could, out of carryover fund balance into general fund vehicle maintenance. And I can top those up and send them out before I go home today.
And that's just for the existing one before we buy the new one.
Because I have no, Gordon basically had to put 2 tires on it that somebody had taken off for surplus, because I have no money left unless I borrow from Robert's money. So, because it's been in the shop 3 times in the last month. So I'm asking for $7,000 from carryover fund balance to vehicles capital in Department 10, and $1,000 from carryover fund balance to vehicle maintenance in Department 10. One's capital, one's general fund.
Okay, and I did find,
Robert had
Robert's
6,000 something, but
six.
Berkeley called today, and I'm not trying to contradict.
I mean, all of us got messed up because they, after COVID, they did not tell us that they allowed Ford and Dodge and GM to go up 22% on all state bid vehicles.
oh my gosh, okay.
So,
Yeah,
It-
the
it-
original.
I'm hoping Robert's
25.
numbers are right, it was like 6,000
Okay,
something.
so-
But I
so
just, I
you're
can't do a
looking
purchase
for-
order for sure until we won't spend any more than we have to, but I was just
Okay.
asking not to
So,
exceed.
requesting a budget amendment
Call
up
it.
to
$7,000.
up to 7,000.
Yes, and hopefully we won't need the whole
Vehicles
7,000.
capital
Mhm.
coming out of carryover fund balance.
Correct.
And also, an additional 1,000 for vehicle.
general
maintenance.
fund and vehicle
And general
maintenance.
fund.
And I'll type it
vehicle
up for you,
maintenance.
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, any questions? So that's the only budget amendment we have tonight.
Yes, sir.
I would make a motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, Counselor Smith made the motion, Counselor Hardman seconded that.
And
Any-
Mr. Alman is here. by the way.
Okay, Counselor
Oh, did-
Alman is here.
Did you vote on that one or no?
We haven't voted yet.
We haven't
Okay.
voted yet.
You gotta vote on this one since you're here.
Like
Okay.
a nomination.
All right, any questions on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed by the same sign, that passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Okay, any other item that's tabled that we need to address?
We are working on the employee handbook, and now that we're almost through with the audit, we're 90% through with the audit. So I'm gonna do my best to have something for President White and Mr. Kendrick and all to look at first, hopefully by the end of this month. So,
Okay, yeah, seeing that that has Mayor McBrayer
And-
on the
Yeah.
item.
well, and also, just in case it comes up, we do need to put on the referral agenda, Robert and I do, a request for the media review. We're running, I think, 1 meeting behind on that, but we did the audit late this year.
Okay.
So but with permission to put it on the agenda for next time.
Media review.
It will go on to the finance committee for this next meeting.
Got it, okay. You don't have to come to that meeting. Okay.
Save yourself.
Any other items? Hearing none, we're adjourned.